Hey, what's going on, YouTube and YouTube subscribers and new listeners? You're watching KBTV, where knowledge is born, and I'm King David. How y'all doing today? Although como estás? Hope y'all feeling well. Um, Today I want to talk about chakras, part two, understanding the temple, okay? Because the body's the temple. So the guy within. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. I want to start by talking about the significance of the number 7 and how important it is. Okay, we have 7 continents. Surrounding those continents, we have 7 seas. We have 7 organs in the body, which is the 7 chakras. We have 7 major planets. All right, 7 days of the week. Okay, now all this plays a role. It's significant. Okay, nothing's by coincidence. Everything is for a reason. Okay, and the 7 major planets represent the days of the week. Okay, Monday, Moon. Tuesday, Mars. Wednesday, Mercury. Thursday, Jupiter. Friday, Venus. Saturday equals Saturn. And Sunday equals, and Sunday equals Sun. Okay? And knowing that these planets, okay, when they're in certain alignment, they have a psychological effect on our psyche, okay? Depending on where they're at. Now the sun is always on the ecliptic, okay? It's always on the equator. But the other planets, they're moving around and doing other things. All right, and that plays a psychological effect on our chakras at the time. Okay, this also has to do with the going into astrology, but we'll learn that when the time comes as we go farther. For right now, we're just talking about understanding the temple, which is the body. Okay, and so, you know, the chakras in the body, not only do we have chakras, but animals have chakras. Okay, the earth has chakras. Okay, animals have, just like what we have, a third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plex. All right, they have the main major 7. They actually have a little bit more, but they have the main 7. Okay, so animals have chakras, and the earth has chakras. All right. So just like we have our own energy centers of chakras, Mother Earth also has hers. Okay, Gaia has hers as well. So when you start looking into the nature of the universe and the earth, you will start to see how everything is a mirror. Within us is a universe. Around us is a universe. And we're all connected. Remember, I said that in my last videos. We're connected to the universal divine intelligence. Okay? And we're all connected. We're all energy. We are the atom. All right? The 666. All right? We're all connected. The universe as above, so below. And as below, so above. So we have a universe and solar system above us with the 7 planets. So do we have here in the body. Remember, heaven is in the head. Okay? The kingdom of God is in the head. We are connected to Mother Earth through the subtle electric current that runs around the entire planet. These electrical currents are known as ley lines and are almost like Mother Earth's veins. Okay? So everything is about electric, okay? And magnetism. Okay? So the left and right hemisphere. Okay? Right hemisphere of the brain, left hemisphere. Electrical magnetism. Okay? So the earth is magnetic. It's a magnetic field. Remember that. Just like we have veins that flow in and out of our heart, Mother Earth has ley lines, which are lines of energy that coil around the earth in a similar fashion as a strand of DNA. So just like you see this strand of DNA going up this staff, like that's actually a medical symbol that they use today. Okay, and it's strands of DNA going up. Okay, Mother Earth has those lines. As a matter of fact, those lines are, I don't know if you can see it, but they're right there. And in fact, where the ley lines intersect are believed to be high points of energy or high concentrations of electric charge. These ley lines are also said to be able to take information or energy from these higher vibrational points and carry them around the world, spreading knowledge and wisdom to all inhabitants. These intersecting points along the ley lines are also coincidental home to some of the most sacred temples and monuments in the world, including the Egyptian pyramids. When you look into advanced civilizations like the ancient Egyptians, it is clear that they seem to understand the energy and power of ley lines. Okay? So it's not a coincidental like they said. This happens for a reason. Okay? And the Egyptians knew that. Okay? And they have these ley lines across, these are like grids across the earth that send out information. Information is knowledge. Okay? And wisdom to all inhabitants. Okay? At a certain frequency, it vibrates. This energy vibrates and sends information across the whole planet. Okay? And the Egyptians knew this. Okay? That's why they're in Egypt today, still trying to decipher the pyramids so they can get the full understanding. Okay? They understood Earth was a power grid. And it has chakras, just like the body, as above, so below. Okay? So, moving on. I want to talk about the flow of cerebral spinal fluid, okay, which is oil, okay? This is your pineal gland right here, which is the eye of Horus, also the eye of Ra. They are one of the same, okay? So eye of Ra is the sun god, remember above, so below. So when they talk about eye of Ra, they're talking about the god in you, because that's the eye of Ra, but they're also literally talking about the sun in the sky, okay, as above, so below. So let's start off with number one. Cerebral spinal fluid is secreted by a choroid plexus in each lateral ventricle. I don't know if I said that word right, but follow me. First of all, let's stop right there. The word secreted comes from secret. Okay, the secret is in the mind. Everybody's looking outward instead of looking inward. Okay, so and there is oil up here. Okay, it's a fluid. All right, and the cerebral spinal fluid flows through the interventricle foramina into the third ventricle, which is right here. Okay, and then the third ventricle adds more cerebral spinal fluid, which is right there. Okay, and it flows down the cerebral aqueduct to the fourth ventricle, which is right there. Okay, and the fifth choroid plexus or number 5 choroid plexus in the fourth ventricle adds more cerebral spinal fluid. So right here, the number 5, which is basically the cerebellum, that's where your cerebellum is. Okay, it's adding more fluid. So the oil secreted up here, and when it's released, as it's being released, more fluid is being added as it's coming down. Now we're at the cerebellum. Okay, and after it adds more cerebral spinal fluid, it flows out to 2 lateral apertures and 1 median aperture, okay, which is number 6 right here, and it actually looks, that's why they call that part the pyramid. They call that the midheaven, the median right there, because it looks like a pyramid. If you could see, it goes up and it comes down like a pyramid. Now, moving on. Number 7, cerebral spinal fluid fills subarachnoid space and bathes external surfaces of brain and spinal cord. So right here is where the fluid sits and bathes for a while, maybe like 2 or 3 days. Okay, and then the cerebral spinal fluid is resorbed into venous blood and dural venous sinuses. Okay, so then as it goes up to the cerebrum, okay, your crown chakra, it comes back down, and this new oil is spread out through the blood. Okay, so our body is actually creating new blood. And we lost the secret on how to do this and heal ourselves and things of that nature. Okay? This is special fluid up here. Okay? And it goes up the spinal cord and it goes down to the sacrum. Okay? Which is the second part in the chakra, the splenic chakra, which is the spleen. Okay? So I want to talk about that. Now, the cerebral spinal fluid has three main functions: protect brains and spinal cord from trauma, supplies nutrients to nervous system tissue, removes waste products from cerebral metabolism. Remember, metabolism absorbs the nutrients for our body's energy. It's the vital part of maintaining life in our body. Okay? Now,